all my learnings, it got me through a very wonderful, insight. Like what should be our goal for these children? It should be functional independence. That's what I learned. What does this functional independence mean? It means that we can enhance. Why should we do this in the first place? It gives us enhanced quality of life for these kids, increased independence, which allows these kids to participate more fully in their daily activities, social interactions, and community life, improved self-esteem and confidence, mastering everyday tasks, which is the biggest challenge, and fostering routines, sense of accomplishments, and self-worth, increased opportunities. This training in few skills will give them increased opportunities or independence, and can open doors for education, employment, and independent living. Reduced reliance on others, developing self-care and daily living skills minimizes the need for constant supervision and support. These kids, I know day in and day out how much support we need to give to these kids, and it is really draining emotionally and in all ways. And affordable therapy and early intervention centers. Although there are centers in Udupi, there are centers which offer various treatment modalities or therapy modalities, speech, occupation, behavior, physiotherapy. And also I came to know that the Rotary is involved in a lot of, they have opened a lot of physiotherapy centers. I would request, there should be a lot of centers opened which will cater to many therapy modalities, early intervention modalities, which should be accessible even for the local people. But there are no centers in remote areas. There people really struggle to come here. Time is a very big challenge, and getting that child in transportation, public transport, or even maybe their private transport, biggest challenge to manage the behaviors and all those things. Just like, it's just a thought. It's just a thought from my side. Just like we have primary healthcare centers everywhere, there are Anganwadi Kendras. Even in those centers, if it is possible to, start some early intervention strategies where, or some support system, even there, even in the smallest way possible, it will help a lot. And education and training programs which can be conducted in everywhere, where people can gain access to it, maybe online, maybe offline. So various programs, I even attended many programs in Samveda also recently, but before that I had no knowledge about it. So I went into all online programs. I learned myself with the autism intervention program. I learned a new thing called as primitive reflex integration, because these things were very new. I had no knowledge what is primitive reflex. Maybe I have read one or two lines during my BDS there, but I had no knowledge what role does it play. So all these things are very important, and educating the parent first and the care providers. This is something which I would want notice, because educating a mother is like, taking care of the child also. And also, she will advocate it, and she will teach the whole community also. And even the shadow teacher training which was conducted recently, I attended that also. It was a wonderful program. We want such programs to be conducted even further, where people will come, they get trained, and they will be helpful for the society. And talking about trainings in school, the inclusiveness about school, schools are trying to include. I know many of them, of my friends who are having autism. They are going to normal school. They are able to cope up. Children who can cope up, they will be readily included. But children who cannot cope up, what can be done to them? We cannot give them syllabus like what we studied, social, maths, all those things are needed. But is it needed for that particular child? That has to be decided. Having an individualized education program, this is what I learned. And providing facilities for homeschooling. Even homeschooling, the parent doesn't know what to teach to the child. I thought about homeschooling because my child was unfit to go to school. After LKG, she was refused schooling. She was put in LKG for 3 years. The third year, she got frustrated. Why should I go to that class again? How should I teach my child? So, training in a particular way to this child, it is not taught anywhere. That there are therapy centers which tell you do this, you do this, you do this. Yes, but the way the child behaves in the therapy is different than the child behaves at home. The child is at home for a long duration of time, but at therapy, what the therapist sees is only for a 45 minutes or 1 hour of this thing on a daily basis. So it is very difficult to balance that. So we need a lot of training programs for parents, and also the children who can cope up with academics. They also need shadow teachers who also need to be trained about their needs. We just cannot, we are taking so much of efforts to train them in therapies, take them to therapies and all that, and we leave them under shadow teachers who are, if they are not trained well, if they do not know what are their exact necessities, if it is not communicated well, then that also goes for a failure. I even noticed that, and even I have that fear of letting my child with a shadow teacher, because I have taken so much of pains to teach that child in a particular skill, and if that skill is lost, again training the child would be a great effort. So these are a few points or the challenges which I came across. I am putting it forward in front of all of you. So how can a community support more and more to such needs? Like giving family support. How can it be done? Maybe counseling and supporting the families to help them navigate these challenges of raising this child with autism. Like, having a lot of daycare centers everywhere, which has trained professionals, and having parks in everywhere, and having sensory rooms in school for these kids. And even I would say I have made a sensory room for my child at home for her needs. And even public places, sensory places, or a calming down place can be made. A best example I've heard recently is airport in Bangalore, which has started a place for sensory place for autism kids. So it's a very good initiative, fostering a sense of community among families, providing them with a network of support. Like we have a family Samveda group which gives support to parents, and they share their experiences there, and we are trying to get more involved, get more educated, and also raising awareness about autism, speaking about it, educating about autism to everybody, not only to parents who have special kids or disabled kids, to all peoples everywhere, even in schools, how to support these children. So I would like to end my small talk by saying that we have to accept, we have to love them, we have to support, educate and advocate. Thank you one and all.